Hey, you! Remember this one video I made close to the end of last year about how to beat the winter blues? Winter, depending on where you are in the world, begins this coming Saturday, December 21st. And if you're watching this after December 21st, then try out this little assignment that I'm about to give you for the following winter. And every winter. As we know, if there's one thing that's consistent about winter, absolutely guaranteed every single winter, is that the daylight hours are fewer than what we get in the summer. We might have a warmer than usual winter. We might have a colder than usual winter. We might get more days with sunshine one winter than the last, or more rain and less snow. Weather patterns do their own thing with their own schedule, with fewer to no guarantees. One thing we can predict about this winter, and the next winter, and the winter after that, and the winter after that, is that because of the Earth's tilting rotation around the sun, it gets darker before 5 p.m., depending on where you live. And that's when we're on standard time. I don't blame you if you don't remember any of it. We went through quite a bit in the last 2 months alone. My idea was for you to keep an eye on the sunset into the last week of autumn and into the first week of winter. So how are you still holding up with that now that the sun is setting after 7 p.m.? Heck, even right now I can still see a little bit of the sun rays and some blue sky. And I'm recording this close to 7 p.m. right now. We are roughly a week into the daylight savings time change. Spring is upon us. In fact, I actually consider daylight savings to be the beginning of spring. No way the sun sets after 7 p.m. in the winter. Well, it does for at least 1 week, I guess. So I'm just doing a little bit of a checkup and seeing how you're holding up since that video. Let's talk about mental health for a couple of minutes. Since it's Lent, this is a perfect opportunity to make Lent more than just about giving up food. We should be praying more. That's why I want my videos shorter until after Easter at least, because you should also be spending less time on YouTube, on your phone, less time on the TV, and all of that stuff. Not just about eating less, not just about fasting, which it should be, but it's really supposed to be about changing your life altogether, resetting, refocusing, restructuring completely, so that you're a different person by Easter. So no 20-minute videos for at least a little while. What are you doing that's improving your prayer life? Do you have any tips that you could share in the comments? It's not just my videos that are helping people. It's also your comments, your input, what you have to share. Your engagement boosts this channel to find more viewers. I can't do any of this without you, Jesus, Mary, and St. Dymphna. I got back here quite a few times. I have four St. Dymphnas back here. So I hope that makes you feel a little more important. Just remember to stay humble. I'm currently working on the 33 Days to Morning Glory and reading The Glories of Mary by St. Alphonsus de Liguori. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that. Sorry. The latter is especially a fascinating book, but the Morning Glory was a long time coming, leading up to consecration to the Mother of God. I highly recommend both books. You might be able to find them at your local parish, or at least maybe a nearby parish, or any Catholic or Christian bookstore. And if all in-person options fail, I guess you're going to have to go online. I have relatives I got these books from, but I had a book sale recently at my local parish in Milwaukee, and I actually did see a couple of these. So just make sure you're in the right place at the right time, and keep an eye on whenever your parish mentions book sale or anything like that. Be sure to be there. Clear your schedule for that day. We'll talk more about the Morning Glory book in a separate video. I hope you managed to beat the winter blues or avoided it entirely. It can be pretty rough on people. Keep watching those sunsets, but also make sure to make it to Adoration at least once a week and just unload all your stresses and worries and anxieties onto Jesus. He already carried that burden for us. He can help us with ours. You don't have to say anything out loud. God knows your thoughts. He knows your heart. God and Jesus are one and the same. Don't forget about that. If you have to say anything out loud, keep it as quietly as possible. Also, keep as far from anyone as possible so you're not disturbing somebody else's silent time with Jesus. You also don't want anyone hearing your private talk with God, but if you don't care about that, then at least, please, respect other people's desire for silence. It should be a quiet time of contemplation and communication with Jesus internally. Like, that is the one time you can actually be telepathic with somebody. Take advantage of that. I'll see you back here with another video of whatever I make. Ciao for now. God bless. And Ave Maria.